Wait, hello? Hello? Oh my god, it's me again, guys. I was just streaming like half an hour ago. Not even, like 20, 15 minutes ago. But we finished off some Danganronpa. I know I gotta go to bed. I actually, like, generally have to go to bed. But, I want to get a Danganronpa in. Like, why the flip not, dude? My cat is... Like, Simba! Can you, like, stay put somewhere? I just want him to, like, lie down, and he just won't lie down. Like, he just refuses to lie down. Why is he not lying down? Like, you've had a chance all day to go to the toilet. He's been in your little room. Now he's in here. I don't know if he wants to go to the toilet. He might want cuddles. Usually that might be it. But usually when I give him cuddles, it doesn't matter. He still walks around. I don't know. I don't know what to do about this one. But he's like been... You just... Anyway. If he settles down, then he'll be alright. Alright, let's get this music off. This is a banger though. This is from V3. This is a banger. But we are playing Danganronpa 1. Also, guys, I'm not sure. Once I finish Danganronpa 1, should I get straight into the second one, or should I play Projects Eden's Garden, or whatever it is? Because I haven't played that yet, and it's something I've always wanted to give a shot. But I might do a detour and play that, and before playing 2 and 3, because that's just gonna take. That's gonna be a long time. Like it's been taking me a while to get through the first one. I think I've been when I start do my first episode. Go to my channel. Simba, don't look. That's my trash. There's nothing in there for you, mate. So we're on part 15. Oh, I have a playlist, but I think I haven't been. I need to add to it. Dude, my first part was 3 weeks ago. Was it really 3 weeks ago when I... Jesus Christ, I've been... Time flies by, man. Time flies by. 3 weeks ago was my when I started playing Danganronpa 1. If I was playing this, like, and I had all the time in the world, I would be blitzing through this within, like, a week. Not even. I remember I played Danganronpa V3 for the first time when it first came out, and I played that in less than, I think, like 7 days. Like, just less than a week. It was, whew. And that's the biggest game as well. Like, that's a massive game. But I was staying up late. I think it was in my holidays as well, my school holidays. So, had all the time. Actually, when did fuck's sake, did Danganronpa V3 come out? I think it was 2017, right? Yeah, January 2017. That's so long ago. I thought it was, to be honest, I thought it was a little later. I know I did say it did come, like, when I was talking before, but I even thought then, I was like, nah, surely not that early. But, yeah, well, let's load up. I just want to play the 5th trial, and it's a short one, I know that. So, wait, I need to watch this cat. Simba, what are you doing? Why are you going to corners? Just go in my bed and lie down. He's freaking me out, man. I wanted him to chill in here because he wants to. He meows at my window all the time. And then when he gets in here, he doesn't lie down. He just fucking walks around. I think he's going to, like, take a dump or something. I'm like, bro. Because one time I had him in, like, all night. And he was walking around, he's meowing. And I remember he was meowing in the middle of the night. I woke up. And I'm like, mate, what do you need? So I let him out to the toilet. And he went straight to his kitty litter, like in his special room. Because the room that's next to me is kind of like this little extension spot. I'll just go straight into the game feed. So, and like he's sniffing around, like I don't know. But anyway, I let him out into this little extension spot that I keep Simba, the one that's walking around. Can't see him from this angle, but he's walking around. And then Mother Cat Gigi. I don't really let him in because he's a bit of a wild card, that guy. Who knows what he's gonna do? What is he doing? Simba, why are you trying to get behind the... He's trying to get behind the bed. You can't fit through there, mate. I don't know what he wants, man. I don't know what he wants. I know you might want to cuddle, but I'm not going to bed right now. I mean, I probably should be, because I got to wake up in... What's that? 7... I got to wake up in 7 hours. Fuck. Well, I've committed. I've committed to this, so we're doing it. I'll be fine. I'll wake up early, do a few push-ups, play some Seth freaking Rollins. I'm gonna be fine. Alright. Let's get straight into it. Simba.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class
He wants to jump
trial.
on the desk.
So, if you can figure out who, then I'll... Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified
Also, the trial,
victim
the place is
is.
all new as well.
It's Kyoko. There's no other
all colourful.
explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
Nah, you're joking.
She has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
Important trait.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Just keep an eye on my cat.
They
so-
probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Oh my god, dude. Good Simba, now lie down. Stop being a fucking nuisance. Oh, I missed that. Missed that part. Hold on. There's no way that course was Kyoko, but if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck in the case. Bro, dude, don't even listen to him, dude. It's just a hero. Fucking hell. Simba, you better not jump up there, because I've shit up there, and you're gonna fucking knock it off. You can see him now, can you? Yeah, you can. There he is. He's right there. That little rascal. I don't have any choice but to debate. Right. Farmers need their bodies because when
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I know the body is in Kyoko's, and I know how to prove it. Well, I'm not doing tactics, I think that's for
Kyoko
later.
there is just a ghost.
Okay, then prove
The dead body was...
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing...
Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Fuck's sake, man. I do some dumb shit.
shoot.
Oh, I got... Why do I have so many... Wait, why do I have so many hearts? The fuck?
That
I just realised that.
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Fragment near dead body. Tattoo on the right
Okay,
hand.
then prove it.
Maybe it is
Prove
tattoo
she's
on the
not
right
a
hand.
ghost.
The dead body was...
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing...
Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Nah, what's happening, dude?
shoot.
I'm fucking stupid.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Sprinkles.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Fake.
The dead
Oh, fake
body
now.
They got
It's
burnt
not
up.
fake now.
Then she was wearing...
Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing...
It's fake
No,
nails.
that's wrong.
It's fake nails, Simba. What am I doing? Because that makes sense. Like, well, you can't wear
No.
fake nails with gloves.
There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails.
Oh my
Don't
God,
you
Simba,
think?
what are you doing?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Simba? What am I doing? I gotta record this. Simba's being a little kitten. Simba! Stop now. Annoying.
Anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well,
Yeah, clearly.
Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Simba! Look at this cat, dude. Simba!
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Sorry, guys. Bro, just stay still. What are you doing, mate? Is it because it's night time? You're like just a bit restless. I don't know what's going on with you. For anything, we have to add another victim. And Mikuru Ikasawa, clearly. Fragments near the dead body, sprinklers, exploded body analysis, fake nails, tattoo on their arm. Okay.
If Kyoko really is
Still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be someone. I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond recognition.
And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
then there's nothing else we can do, right? If Kyoko really is still alive,
Then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so. And there wasn't any description...
Well, if we can't identify...
No, that's wrong.
Oh, that's wrong. There's a tattoo.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just
No,
being
you don't.
stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it.
Toko's just
The
a fucking
identity of the
degenerate.
victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Vision.
I got it!
There you go.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir. Look at Fenrir.
Fenrir?
Here it is. Oh, wolf. They were just talking about it anyway. Bro, plus I'm playing a main as well. This is like, I think this is the completely like the exact same as normal. Oh, whoops.
Now I understand.
Shit's easy as fuck.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo.
Yeah, I know, finally.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Yep.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she
so.
wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this, no matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then,
Of course you do.
just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
It's
I
Makoto.
got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly
Yeah,
so.
no shit. So the list of his now is being Kyoto. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
I got it!
9 o'clock.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
I'm between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. I know an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't prove an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during this time. I don't have an alibi. Okay. Focus on the dead body, sprinklers, boom.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere
Sprinklers
between
go off
10
at
o'clock
7:30.
at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
It took place in the garden, right? If I remember, there's something that happens there every morning at the same time.
We've
Okay.
established a time. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep.
Yeah.
And Makoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, from to 7:30.
Fuck, man!
Shoot!
Alright. Stupid mistakes.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I realized I got 1 minute.
Yep.
Fuck.
And Makoto doesn't have it.
Let's just... Yeah, I know something. Well, has been miles covered. Its head in a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen and there was blood stains around the wound. Body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was, that blood was still wet, however, that there was no blood on around the body. And then sprinklers. Sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and this time is impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. Okay. So,
Yeah,
oh wait, what
from
am I doing?
10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
This took place in the garden, right? Remember there was something that happens there every morning. Yeah, the sprinklers.
We've established a time. It took place.
Somewhere between 10 o'clock.
Yeah, okay,
No,
it was that
it's
one.
wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew
Bro,
such
what?
indecent words!
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you
So throw a
mean
bucket
by
on it.
denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Knew that it wasn't sprinkler that got bad. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no!
This should prove it.
This wasn't wet before, duh.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
What?
Let's just
Yeah, literally.
move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko's murdered
I'd just
someone?
like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
Yeah, it literally
Stop
is your fault,
wasting
though.
time. Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all, and as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Bruh.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
The tarp.
I got it!
Yeah,
You're
but
talking about the tarp,
someone had to move
aren't
it then.
you?
Someone had to move the tarp.
You catch on quick.
I was with him the whole time.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Bruh. Why can't you say that? Why would you want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, yeah, but someone had to move it. And I couldn't have moved it because I was with him the whole time. So that logic sucks. But the body, yeah.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motives. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Yeah, how the body was, the tarp wasn't across the body. The crime scene. Yeah.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing, of course it didn't get dirty.
Wait. Oh no, the blood.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting...
Wait. There's some... Yeah, look at 7:30. Won't be that one. I think it's the... Oh, it's but yeah, that's what I want. The corpse of the master had hair and a white jacket covered. Abdomen. Yeah, it's that.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side
is because the spring... But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless. It's
because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward... Of course it didn't get dirty!
No, that's wrong.
Spot, but that's not the thing. It's the whole. Bro, how would I have time to move it though? When we discovered the body, the top wasn't on the body.
One side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
More than that,
was.
what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh, we got him.
I got it!
Chicken.
Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
All right.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood. But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you
It's pretty
discovered
fresh,
the
though.
body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
Yeah.
That
Exactly.
actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Right, to go up to the 5th floor, all the way back down in a short amount of time?
That's not.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
No, it's not
I must
possible.
admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound.
Bruh, this
Makoto's
logic,
alibi is
the timing logic
inadequate.
sucks, bro. Suspicion falls back on me again, but why? Why is this guy trying to trap me? I don't understand. Place behind.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Important. But I can't let it so curious.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just.
Be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. To prove that I didn't murder anyone, I'm not the killer. Alright.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have
That knife, that seals it. Just because that automatically makes me the killer?
well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Is that enough to kill Mikuro? No, there's no way.
The knife we found lodged in the
When the
dead
body was found.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid.
If he did have that seals it. Just because that automatic. Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her,
Shit.
right?
Just kind of guess at this point because I forget what the.
shoot.
Okay. Yeah.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because that automatic. Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
shoot.
So I got a lot of health anyway.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that seals it. Just because that automatic. Well,
Getting stabbed is...
no, that's wrong.
Healthy body. We knew.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp. and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
It's possible.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Mm-hmm.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
That's right.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like...
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on
It's always gonna be me. What's up, bro? What you
I
looking for?
got it! After the explosion, we found a
Awesome.
tiny fragment of something on
Yeah,
the
it's
ground
pretty
near
little
the
kitty.
body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Still streaming, dude.
You
Yeah,
know,
I've got 0 viewers. I had one before.
something like it
That's only natural. Because, of
Now we got
course,
0.
we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed after this. This won't
It's
take too
part
long.
of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
Not Matt.
They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
And so what else they killed the victim? Let's concentrate.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of... Then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Shit, what one is it here? I can only think of one thing that could have killed her.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Body before the explosion.
The victim's fatal...
Some have to disagree with though when something's not right. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were all at least several days old. Covered with
The The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't you then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. And more than that, the victim.
Victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Fucking hell.
Shoot.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Correct?
Oh, wow.
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't you then.
Oh, yeah. That's
Gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I'm trying to
Then shall we continue the
debate. The victim's
Fatal injury has
yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't kill.
well, yeah.
No, it wasn't the legend. It wasn't the knife.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. And more than that, the victim.
had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
What is happening? Oh my god, Simba's now fucking ain't woke him up.
Shoot.
I'm so
Then
bad
shall
right now.
we
What the
continue the
fuck?
debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well,
Body for the explosion.
She was already told.
God damn it. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet while the bottom half remained dry. It's not that.
And it wasn't you
body
because of the knife.
Why am I struggling here? The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen and there was blood stains around the wound. The body has stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body.
And then there's only.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the.
And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I'm not struggling here. So I know.
Then,
Fuck, I need to. I'm trying to figure it out. Give me a second, I gotta figure this out. Simba.
The victim's fatal in.
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't you then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta
be it.
There was evidence that showed. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her Then shall we continue? The victim's
fatal injury has.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Took a bit. Took a bit. We got there.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
So what is this cat doing? Oh, come on! What are you doing? Do you want me to put you in that room? You're taking up all my time. Good boy. Alright, now stay here. You know what my room looks like. You've been here many times, okay? You don't need to be walking around. So I feel like you're gonna piss or something, and I don't want that. Now I gotta get this fucking trial done.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours,
Simba?
throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
Alright, he's doing the same. Hold on, sorry guys. Nah, Sim, you did this last night, and guess what? You went back in your room. You're going back in. He's going to the kitty litter. Oh, he's going straight to the kitty litter, so maybe he had to, but... Yeah, I want him in the room, but he just...
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Murder weapon was?
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I blame him with that because there's one more thing about the weapon. One more secret. It's the duct tape.
The titanium arrow.
It was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
That was...
Are you sure?
You don't sound...
Well, it said the weapon must have been... It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No, that's wrong.
That's completely wrong, bro.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together...
Wait, how
and
does
they
she have no
become
starter
strong.
now?
It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the
So
murder
she
weapon.
actually can talk normally when she's talking about
As
literature.
for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh,
Hmm? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Okay. I have evidence.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You
Yeah.
really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Why were you in his room?
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Does that mean she fought off the killer, the mastermind? She knew I was being attacked. Came to my rescue. Could that be when? Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed
That's
someone for
enough.
me?
The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Kyoko should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Shit! What does Byakuya know? What does he know? Okay. Oh, what's Byakuya's account again? Byakuya stated that there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night, so it can be assumed that the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Byakuya also said that he, Yasuhiro, Token, and I were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. Okay.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that.
Byakuya!
What are you—
Master would never hide some.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya!
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're—
You stated you said I hid and then
Left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Fuck. That wasn't right.
Shoot!
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know.
Those
No.
words you just...
exactly I'm not the killer.
You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya!
Master would never.
There's
Proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're...
You stated you said I hid and then
Left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Shit.
Shoot!
Those words you...
exactly what
I'm not the killer.
you should understand.
Byakuya!
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're...
You stated you said I hid and then
Left the locker key in my own room, correct?
shit.
Shoot.
I'm pretty
Those
dumb.
words you
Yeah,
just-
pretty stupid right now.
I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
There's proof.
That you aren't the culprit.
Shoot.
those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya!
Master would never.
There's proof that you. Is that what you're.
You stated you said I hid and then left
The locker key in my own
room, but
I hate these
Could I really have
fucking
done that?
when you have to grab it because it's so hard to.
Those words you just.
exactly. I'm not.
Yeah,
but
because
you should understand.
Byakuya had the key.
Master would never.
There's proof.
That you aren't the.
No, that's wrong.
Yep.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save us was such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? She has the master key, doesn't she? Was there some deeper meaning in what Kyoko said earlier? You're for me and I die here, the mystery of the school is seen, and that's why I can't let that happen. This is a trap so the mastermind laid for us. The mastermind's trapped. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I? The mastermind's trapped. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you will never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right now, here, now, what to do. Should I let it go? I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap
Well,
that Kyoko
does
mentioned.
no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up.
Huh?
Bruh.
Time's up. Class trials all
When do you
over.
mean time's up,
Everyone
dude?
can stop talking now.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's
That's not-
up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late. So we had to push back the start time. So then it's time for voting time. Okay.
Knew about to fucking expose
Everyone,
something.
please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Bruh. We got fucked over. I did shit that trial though. A, B, A, B, yeah. Short trial, definitely the shortest trial, because I started this trial, took me less than an hour to get through it. But I don't even need those coins anymore, right? Like, there's no more free time events, is there?
Now,
I don't think so.
who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Yes, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job. Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. No, this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positive, thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I?
I
Kyoko.
expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Wait! It's bullshit, dude. Makoto has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Bruh. Dude, this is fucked. This is such a shitty bro. Literally get fucking stomped, dude. After school lesson. Bro, Makoto, I don't know how he's like. I know he's sweating a bit, but like, bro, you're about to get fucking squashed, dude. You're just kind of sitting there, just taking it. Oh, alter ego on it, bro. Fucking hell yeah, dude. Don't we love a bit of Deus Ex Machina, dude? It's the best. Monica was like, what? No, they want the survivor punishment, dude. There's the alter ending where Kyoko gets picked because we pursue the lie. But why doesn't alter ego save Kyoko, dude? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, what's that? Oh yeah, it had to be.
This is
Alter ego? Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus, that stupid guy? He must have planted it when it invaded my network. Damn it all the hell, I don't believe this. It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning. What was
In
that?
other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you already won? I barely felt a thing. It was like a pinch, an itch. Your stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe you didn't get to smash him flat. You're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage spew pit is way better. Is what is in a way. That's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on? It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
in other words,
Now it's the mastermind that ensnared.
what did you say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Massive high school towers over the other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Havoc Peak Academy. It brings in the top students from every field imaginable and government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. Bro, why are we playing this again? There are two things you need to attend the school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of the hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk out of the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any class I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah! Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? Dreams like a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. It was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trousers piled high all across the area. This must have been some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. Bruh. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival begins. First up was to start looking for a way out. Alright. We're gonna end it there, guys. System. Save. Cool. Fuck. That button. That's on it. System. To the main menu. Yep. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to bed because I got volleyball early tomorrow. My alarm's set. I gotta wake up in 6 hours. Cool. Alright. Have a good one, guys. I will play. I don't think I'll finish. Maybe. It'll be one or two. I could do a massive stream and get it all done, which probably won't. Or I'll split up into two, and I'll do like the beginning of Trial 6, then the end, and I'll do it as like a big thing. But either way, it'll be 2 or 1 more episodes to go. But I'm keen to finally get it done. And then we'll play probably Projects Eden Garden as well. I want to give that a go before playing the second and third game. It should be good. Anyway, guys, have a good night.